Everyone, yes, okay, everyone who wants me to work for them, especially in Hollywood, artists, um, security, international security, economies, design, technology, um, security, okay, certainly. I absolutely agree and I want to be there. I will simply point out that this charades will go on forever if you don't automatically contact me and say my name, because I'm going to get lost if I'm supposed to pretend like I'm like everyone else. That's, I'm 2 feet taller than everyone else. You're never going to blend in. I'm always going to be unrested because the beds are too small. So I'm in a constant state of distress, constantly for years. I have not rested well, and I'm in a very noisy spot with completely derelict foreigners, completely um, idiotic fascists, full-on sort of junkies, and I'm stuck in this situation. It was close enough to that in California. The Hells Angels moved in a couple of doors up from our street, and those were the only people to hang out with back then. And this charades, okay, I can't, sun's too bright, is because I grew up in an American healthcare family. Because of my name, because of my sibling equation, it's very much Ben Franklin, son of a soap maker, George Washington. Um, his mom uh, became a nurse effectively when and after his dad died. Um, and that pandemic, which killed his father, which the year before led to a major conflict in Europe because of a unnoted small flu epidemic. That's something that George Ben Franklin and Bobby Fischer, when it comes to the AIDS crisis, if someone like that, but he's from an American healthcare family. Okay, that's what happened in there. So, despite him demonstrating his advanced intellect, the press simply preyed upon him because he's from an American healthcare family and because of his name. It sounds fishy, like North Atlantic cod battles. There's infamous wars over fisheries. Okay, wars. Yeah, basically. Um, so I want to be there. Okay, I want to work with all the concerned people. Okay, especially the artists and Hollywood and rational people, rational and safe people. Okay, I just have to add that because I I try to I'm stuck with completely crazy people, but California was also inherently um, sketchy. The Hell's Angels neighbors I had, who I went to the beach and did work with these guys uh, countless times, on trips and whatnot, um, driving hot rods. Um, and when I was there, it was safe. Okay, but when I wasn't there, there was a lot of drunken driving, fatal car crashes with fatalities. That's the Hell's Angels. Okay, these guys were kind of dangerous to say the least. Um, and drugs was an omnipresent thing. Just look at the cannabis thing. It's a fool's paradise for sure. I know, sadly, um, but I'd rather know people who really care. Okay, I that's what matters, and certainly in Hollywood and the theater um, and in science, I would do my writing. I would come up with uh, elegant, quantified prototype policy, etc. And then at that point, I'm really ready to put on a performance to do that, but with a team, so that it is completely rational and well. Okay, Okay, and I'm at this point just doing these videos. No, I'm in a panic. I think it's a joke. That's because where I grew up, everything um, was treated like that. Um, um, okay, as I said, across the spectrum of technology and first world and cultural world um, objectives. And when I say first world or cultural world, that kind of completely excludes someplace like Afghanistan, because I don't think they might have culture, but I don't know if they have any quote unquote excellence. So just the thought of very remote places. When I spent the winter in I had cable TV, but my station was there. It really was. It's quite cold. I couldn't. I think that was a very rough. What was that? 2004. It was 2004. Um, anyways, I really everything that I see on my phone, I would love to help those people, especially in the security, technology. Healthcare family. Uh, and the sibling equation. That's all it is. That Ben Franklin, George Washington, the mass shooter, they all are completely aligned. Not, and so, and guys just name it. Uh, anything else that is okay. Can't really leave, go anywhere. Expired or valid ID. Um, and if I don't have a plan, you know, I'm ruined. I'm gonna come up with some excuse of the period trying to get intelligent, like Bobby Martin Luther King. He goes to Africa. And he's won the Nobel Peace Prize. He's got like a massive amount of money. Oh, you need to vote because I'm a dick. Richard Nixon. Instead of him being essentially invisible, staying in his room and saying, well, we've got to get uh, uh, an esteemed sanctuary for this man to his speech and the promised land, in the dream. Yes, that's where I want to be. It was Dr. Moriarty. Dr. Yes, okay? Because Dr. No is the James Bond guy, essentially American healthcare and prescription shoppers. People who want to, you know, this is also Hotel California in the sense that you could actually design this so that people who absolutely want to take a long-term vacation in paradise on drugs, they could do that. I've calculated that when I was about 17 years old. That was the first sort of thing. And look, unless if it says my name, everything is pre-approved, or unless if you're knocking on the door, why would I click it? Because every time I've clicked the stuff on my phone that I see, um, it's just nothing happens. It's an instant bridge burn. And I want to actually be there. I want to, okay? And I don't want to have to talk about it at all because I become deranged. I become radically polarized. This is my whole life that's going on. This charades, conspiracy, cliche, all those words just smushed together. Why not? Okay, I want to be there. But you guys really have to call my name very loudly, within earsight. And if I can see your face, you probably don't even need to um, say much at all. You just have to sort of ensure that, reassure. That's the word. Yes, I would have this stuff all written down. I would, but I can't. There are crazy people constantly jabbering.